All right, guys. We are going to be talking about this week coming up, and the week that we're going to be discussing is going to be for June 22nd through June 26th. But instead of actually discussing a lot of potentials, I'm now going to be, this is going to be my Father's Day gift for you guys. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy pretty much all the videos for this week. And let's go ahead and give it a start. So, let's go ahead and start from the monthly, and I think this is gonna I think this is gonna catch your attention. So remember, we've been doing this for about a month or 2 months already, and the I think you're gonna start from now on. You're really gonna start paying attention to it, the levels that I'm pretty much writing down here. So remember, the purple zones are my monthly zones. The red zones are my weekly zones. And every week in the weekend, I spend some time. It's midnight. You guys notice this is like the best time for me to work on my charts. Kids are asleep, and it's pretty much everything is quiet. So it gives me some time to actually work on my charts. So you'll notice that we came down to weekly support. Now today is June 21st. Now, we've actually been analyzing this for about the beginning of May, and I'm about to bring something up really interesting for you guys. This was actually recorded May 3rd, and we were talking about the dollar index, how um, we had some levels at the top, and then the yellow zones are my daily, and pretty much how we're pretty much stuck in this first it was this daily demand, but the overall demand was this the bottom zone area right around the 12,300 area, and let's kind of break it down. Let's kind of I'm gonna try to fast forward, but take your time after this video is over. Take your time to analyze it, and you'll see why I'm looking at specific zones. And whenever I hit specific red or purple zones, to me it means hands off. And when I say hands off, it's I'm not touching the pair until it gives me confirmation on higher time frames where it really wants to go. So let's go ahead and start. With yellow are pretty much not necessarily my support and resistance. Now we're actually bringing it down to supply and demand. That's my daily supply. That's my daily demand off here. We had some daily demand right here, but it pretty much broke it down. And then we are pretty much still in daily demand. This wick on wick right here. So the play for this week is pretty much going to be, we need to break off this area to pretty much kind of consider be bullish on this area. Though, just know that if we once we break this area, we're not only facing further demand zone. We pretty much have a free ride towards this 325, 320 area, towards this daily area of demand and weekly. All right, so let's stop it there. We can't really. The only reason why it wasn't yet a clear ride yet is because we were still facing that daily demand. That wick on wick is daily demand. It's good, it's there, and we have to respect it. And once we break it down to a 4-hour, I think right here, right around here, we further go on and explain. So when I make these videos, I'm really making it for the week and what I'm expecting, my if and what conditions. What is it really that I'm expecting for the week? But the overall ride was pretty much at that 12,300. And I'm going to show you multiple videos for this week. And I'm really hoping you could really start paying attention to these levels, because even though I put out so many videos, it doesn't necessarily mean I take them all. I only take them with confirmation and strong weak analysis. So as you can see, that this was recorded on May 3rd. Let's go back, and today is June 21st. And let's go to the daily. And we certainly did hit that 12,300. We actually went lower than that. But the overall target for me was a 12,300. Did I take some day trades, some intraday trades towards the bottom? Of course I did. But I don't have the time to to make these videos every single day. This is more like these were intraday trades. Was it choppy last week? Yes, it was. As a matter of fact, if you look at my last video for last week, I mentioned that there was only maybe 2 overnights. And and you know what? They didn't even hit because the dollar was such in a short range. But now that we're coming out of weekly support, this is now something that we should actually start looking into now. So we're coming out of weekly support. And now that we're out of weekly support, let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour. Now, if we're out of the 4 hour, we're already breaking pretty much pivots and we're breaking anchors. Okay. We're creating our higher lows and it looks like we're going to hit that supply. By the way, there's supply right up here. And the supply that we were talking about is the supply on the 2 hour level. Okay. And that's your rally, your base, and your drop. Now, I'm not saying that once we hit this level, it's just full. It's let's go ahead and take it all the way down. No, this is just a 2 hour level. This is not a daily. This is not a weekly. Neither is it a monthly. It's gonna get a reaction, but the play for this week is for me on the dollar index is the minute we hit that supply, I'm expecting a retest. The retest for me is going to be right around maybe your 350 or your 325. Worse, or even I got some levels down here. So I would maybe if you can start getting these levels. So the levels that I have is right around your 300 or your 310. Just so you know, the white levels are considered support and resistance on lower time frames. So I got a white level here as well, which is right around your 335. Um, and as a matter of fact, but see, this level was actually from last week. If you go to my last week video, this is a level we were trying to really face off. Now it could still work, but now we're pretty much stuck in this range. Okay. And as far as this week coming up, it might look like it might be choppy for the beginning of the week, but we might have a strong finish if the dollar decides to shoot up. Now, why do I say that? Because the only stumble let me get rid of the only stumble we really have is this 2 hour level. Once we get rid of that, it's a nice clear ride towards this 400 level. Okay, and it's not going to happen maybe within the day. We might head up and then come back down, maybe even down towards that 300 level. All right, and maybe it might take a day or 2 days to get down here. Um, but if the dollar continues being bullish, and you know what? That's actually I should actually done 2 levels because the first level of support is going to be right here, and the next level is going to be right around your 300 level. Okay, so those are two potential levels that could actually head down. Either way, if the dollar decides to continue, I'm sorry, if the dollar decides to continue going up, then your next level would be the 395 or the 400 area. Now, obviously, it's not gonna shoot up. It's not just going to shoot up. It's going to have its movements right around here, but the overall direction on this dollar should be up. Okay, and now why am I bullish on this dollar? Well, we're coming out of weekly support. Okay, um, if I see that the dollar is not, maybe maybe we have a daily candle that all of a sudden just decides to close down here. Well, then the dynamics of this dollar just completely changed for me, and now I'm gonna have to readjust and say, hey, you know what? Okay, how are we gonna go? Are we now gonna hit for that 12,100? Maybe that's another level. Okay, but overall, right now, as we're on a daily, we're breaking anchors towards the upside. The one thing against us, for the people that trade with EMAs, is that yeah, we have our EMAs against us, but uh, sometimes if you're day trading, um, if you're day trading or you're an intraday trader, well, if you're looking to short, maybe here, let me go ahead and back on the daily. If you're looking to short right around the 400 level or the 450 level, which by the way, I actually think that the overall, if we do shoot up, it's going to shoot up right around the 450 area and then continue its way down. That's the overall plan, the way I kind of see this dollar actually coming in. But for right now, we're due for a good retracement. Maybe it might not be the 450, maybe the 400 because of the EMAs. But that's it's not going to happen maybe this week. But look, we got supply right here, and we definitely have. Not only do we have supply, but we have resistance in that area. My white lines are my resistance areas. So when I have supply and resistance combining, I put a lot of more emphasis on those areas. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to be focused on these areas right here. Um, so that's pretty much the play for this dollar index. And once again, it, they work, guys. It's proof. Just once again, you can always go back to the May 3rd video on the dollar index, and as we were discussing this, and I discuss this every week, every week, every week, and and once we hit certain areas, once we hit that certain area, it's hands off. It's hands off if you're trying to do overnights. Um, but you can still day trade it and maybe day trade it as breakouts. Um, so by the way, if you guys are interested in like more strategies, I'm looking to do strategy sessions, and there's plenty of strategies. You could try different strategies. Um, I've been doing this for 5 years already, and been I maybe taken what maybe 10, 12 different instructors. Out of those 10, 12 different instructors, maybe 8 of those showed me the way they trade their strategies, which was really helpful. And I just happened to pick out their strategies and built my own on that. So this is how I trade, guys. So once again, this is for the dollar index, and I'm going to be showing you today. This week is going to be more of the before and after, and I think this is going to be an eye-opening for you guys for the entire week. How whenever I bring up these levels, I'm not talking about 2-hour levels. I'm talking about uh, maybe 8-hour levels, daily levels, weekly levels. That whenever we stumble across these levels, we should really pay attention to those and start looking for reversals. Sometimes it doesn't give you the reversals. Sometimes they're just so strong that they just rip out levels. And I'll show you 2 examples what happened. But anyhow, I'll see you guys on the next video. And that's pretty much it for this dollar index, guys.